What's up, guys? Slevtek here, and welcome to Slevtek's Roundtable. It is a podcast where we talk to streamers of all sizes to get a better insight into who they are on and off stream. Today, I have a special guest. His name is COLEtorious. He is right there, and he's honestly a great streamer. His links will be down in the description. Make sure to go check him out and show him some love. What's going on, Cole? How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? Just what is this? 11 p.m. on a Friday night, bro. Let's go.
Right, it's 9 p.m. for me.
I stream late nights after my family goes to bed, so I'm up anyway.
Right? No, exactly. And it's the streamer life, or kind of gamers life in general, where we're night owls. We're natural night owls. I don't think I've met somebody who's played video games that doesn't stay up till like 3 in the morning on game sessions.
I agree.
You got a voice modulator and everything?
I didn't know if you could hear that or not, but yeah, bro.
But I think I have one too. Let me see.
Do you?
Let me do this. Oh, no, but it's not gonna work.
Okay.
I can do
Yeah,
that.
I hear you cussing at me, dude.
Okay, let me turn that off. But yeah, man, dude, that's dope. What do you use for the voice modulator?
I think it's just that I use the Stream Deck.
Oh, the voice mod thing?
Yeah, and I just downloaded that from their app store, and I route my mic through it.
Yeah,
So
that's how I have
my
mine
input.
set too.
Yep.
Yeah, it was kind of weird how they had you switch it to the voice mod as your full input, which makes sense, but jump through some hoops
It's
on
pretty
that.
weird. It's my main input for all my mic stuff, so
Yeah.
everything. Kind of weird, but it works. So whatever, man.
Me too. So I just want to take a moment and appreciate just your beautiful background, your beautiful diffused light. We were just talking about it before we went live. I love it. Dude, let's go. The production quality is through the roof over there. But no, man, honestly, I have mad respect for what you've done and what you've set up just on your background and just you can tell you definitely have a lot of high quality. And you said that you were by trade a videographer
Yeah,
or photographer,
do,
kind of.
Yeah, I mean, my full-time job, I'm actually one of the senior video guys at a big church near where I live. So I've got a couple guys under me, and I handle like all of their stuff. But I've been freelancing for a few years, and so all this gear that's here, it's all mine. I have a few different cameras, lenses, lights, blah 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 blah. So yeah, man.
Whole 9 yards, man.
Yeah.
Man, how'd you get into like photography and videography and all that?
Yeah. So if we go back even further, I started doing hip hop music in high school, bro. Like nobody really knows that.
Like
but,
you were DJing or what?
Nah, dude, rapping, bro.
Producing?
Spitting
You were a
bars, dude.
rapper? You were spitting?
Still spit bars, dude. Let's go.
Oh my god. What was your name? What was your name? Everybody has a name.
It's just my name, COLEtorious. That's my
COLEtorious?
first and last name. So I just
Okay.
went, my last name's super rare, and so I just went by that. And yeah, bro, Expel, Yendry, like a bunch of those dudes, like love. They're like always giving hats off to the music, dude. Sin, Soldiers, a lot of those.
Wait, so you still have your own music?
Yeah, I dropped. I mean, I dropped the like 5 singles last year. I haven't done much this year, but yeah, I have a couple albums out and all kinds of stuff.
Where's it at? Where can we find it?
Everywhere, bro. Spotify, iTunes.
Links in the
YouTube.
description, boys and girls. Go check that. I'm gonna be checking this out right after the podcast.
So, I mean, this is why I have a. If any gearheads are here, this is a Neumann U87 AI. So that's a $3,700 microphone. I'm talking. But it's because like I've been doing music, so I started acquiring all this stuff.
Yeah.
I kept paying video guys like a bunch of money to do my music videos, and I was like, dude, I've played around with cameras, like I've done some editing stuff. I was like, I think I can learn it myself. So I just started buying a little bit of gear, camera, a couple lenses, started doing a little bit of my own stuff, and basically people in my city, Kansas City, they were like, yo, dude, could you shoot my video? Because your stuff looks nice. And I was like, yo, I can make money doing this. So
Dude, if only you got in about 10 years prior, probably could have gotten Tech 9 in that.
dude, I definitely have some mutual friends with tech.
Really?
I'm good friends with this guy named A Ward. He's a
Yeah.
pretty prestigious battle rapper.
Okay.
And he's from KC. So I'm
Yeah.
actually filming his wedding in November, which is funny. But yeah, that's how like the music.
Oh, hold up real quick. For those who don't know, we were talking a little bit before the podcast. COLEtorious is from Kansas City, Missouri, which is super weird because my mom's originally from Kansas City, Missouri, and I spent my freshman year of high school in Blue Springs, which is close to where he lives now, which is Lee Summit. So it's
Blue
very
Springs
small world.
Blue Springs is probably like a 15-minute drive, dude.
Dude, right? I can't tell you how many times I swam against Lee Summit and whooped him. But I used to be a professional swimmer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, back in the day. I say back in the day as I'm only 23, but feels like a lifetime ago. But yeah, keep going. I just want to give the viewers some context.
No, you're good. I mean, that's kind of how it happened. And it really clicked for me when a guy that I knew through some mutual friends, he ran a pool remodeling business. He's like, hey, if you do a promo video for me, I'll give you $1,000. And I was like, what the? So I was like, $1,000? I was like, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, then it kind of sprouted from there. I was working in a warehouse at the time, dude, and busting my butt, making a bunch of music. But I was like dumping tons of money into music. Wasn't seeing a lot back. I still don't, but almost immediately, dude, I was seeing ROI, return on investment, with video work, dude. So I just started going really hard with that. And started. I made a decent amount of money first year and dumped it all into gear.
Yeah. So what were your jobs like though? So you did the pool promo video, right?
Yeah.
That was like your first big, I'd say ROI, and then what kind of led after that, or what got your foot in the door? Was it just word of mouth through that guy, or how did you kind of market yourself?
Yeah, word of mouth. I started working for a wedding company here in Kansas City just to get knowledge under my belt. So they paid me like $25 an hour, and I went and shot a bunch of their weddings. And I just watched a ton of YouTube videos. I actually landed a gig through some hip hop music connections of a church in downtown KC, and I started doing their weekly videos. And dude, to be honest, because I was doing their videos every single week, they had a church of 700 people, dude. So it was
so word just spread.
Oh yeah, they were like, dude, who's doing your videos? And so I'm still getting referrals from that place. So super cool.
Yeah. So you've been doing that out of high school then? Did you go to college for videography or anything like that?
Nah, man, I'm 28.
Just self-taught, dude.
I'm just self-taught, dude. YouTube, bro.
Mad respect.
All YouTube, 100%.
Dude, it's better. Sometimes it's better than a degree, if you just buckle down and acquire the knowledge. Dude.
I don't have any debt, man. So.
Dude, no, I love that. So, okay, so what kind of hip hop were you spitting? Were we talking battle rap or because there's so many different types of hip hop, or rap in general.
Yeah. I would say I pull from Midwest roots. So I rap faster, kind of twisty stuff like Tech 9 and those guys, but
for sure.
I kind of carve my own lane. I'm what you would call probably a positive rapper. I'm from Baser, Kansas. That's where I grew up. It's like a country, a small country town. So no gang life for me, dude. You know what I'm saying? I just rap about fun stuff. Stuff I'm passionate about, family, God, current events, stuff like that, man.
Okay, would you say are you Christian or what's your religion?
Yeah, I'm a Christian guy.
So Christian rap, would you kind of say is your genre, or?
Yeah, I've been rapping for 10 years. When I first started, it was definitely in that lane. Sure. Now I think anybody pretty much can listen to what I'm rapping about. I don't know. Do you know who NF is?
Yeah, dude. Oh,
yeah,
100%.
So I'm not as moody as NF, but it's similar content in the sense of there's God undertones. You know what I'm saying? And my stuff, but I rap about kind of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but it's not just all about that. Yeah.
I'll have to send you my song about video games, bro. You'll
Dude,
that.
Please do. I'm a huge music guy. I used to be a professional ballroom dancer too, so I'm very in tune. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know that about me.
That's nuts.
I'm like an onion. I pull back the layers. But yeah, so I love music. I'm originally I'm half Puerto Rican, but I spent half my childhood in Puerto Rico. So the music background is just part of our culture. To hear somebody that's actually produced music and is in that field, I find that so fascinating because I've always wanted to. Eminem is by far my favorite rapper of all time.
Dude, dude.
I love him, dude. I absolutely love him. And dude, you're just the ginger version. That's all I gotta say. Haven't even heard you yet.
That's all it is, bro. I get compared to M a lot, but my style's not like his. I just think it's because I'm white and have a higher pitched voice, to be honest. So
Oh, okay.
hats off to the goat though, dude.
Dude, right? How do you? So you love Eminem then, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's awesome, man.
Best or favorite song from him? Go.
Dude, it's impossible.
Okay, respect.
Too many. I mean, my favorite one of him like recent years is Kill Shot, dude.
Oh, when he clapped back from Machine Gun Kelly.
I mean, that's not a song; it's a diss track. But that I listened to that a bunch when it dropped.
Dude, I felt like it was the old M back. You know, he clapped at Puff. I was like, dude, blaming him for Tupac or putting him on blast.
I remember the beginning of that line, but he was basically saying like, me admitting you won will never happen, or you beating me will never happen, because like Puff will obviously never admit to doing that. Pac. So
yeah,
dude, crazy.
Kind of insane. Sweet. All right, so what kind of got you into video games, man? So you went from like rapping, and you're still currently rapping because you said you released like 5 singles last year, so you're still doing that. It seems like
still doing some music.
Yeah, and then you got into like videography, photography. Was it videography and photography, or just videography?
Yeah, so I do photography.
Photography as well.
Yeah.
Dope. So you did that. You kind of built your own business, honestly, from in high school, out of high school, type around that era. How did you get into video games, and what made you want to start streaming, and how's that been going for you?
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been gaming forever since I was a kid. And we had the PS1. Even before that, Sega Genesis. We played the NES. So I mean, grew up gaming.
Mortal Kombat, so good.
I didn't play much Mortal Kombat, to be honest. But dude, there's a thunderstorm. I'm like checking my ears, like, what's that noise?
Yeah.
But dude, what really changed the game for me? We went to a LAN party when I was like 14. I did not even know that was possible to daisy chain Xbox together. It was just the original Xbox, and it was a Halo 2 LAN party, dude. We were there till like 5 a.m. and it blew my mind.
How old were you?
I was 14 at the time.
Dude, that's awesome.
So 14 years ago now, and yeah, dude, it was so dope, and that changed everything. I switched to Xbox. I had a PS1, PS2, PS1, and then I switched to an Xbox to play Halo. Got the 360 to play Halo 3.
Yeah.
And I was on the Xbox side for quite a while. I just bought a PS4 like in March though.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Now I feel like the PS4 just exclusivity wise is the way to go. Even though you have to get a solid state in order for the software to run properly.
Yeah, I bought a little SSD for sure.
You did?
But yeah,
I still haven't. It's I need to, because it gets rough sometimes trying to invite people to parties and whatnot, and have to wait for 30 seconds for it to load.
Yeah, mine's fast, dude.
Yeah. That's cool. So, okay, bet or favorite PlayStation game. Let's kind of go through like generations of game. You said you played the NES. Do you remember playing it much, or?
I mean, just like, I think that's what Mario was on, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
the original Nintendo.
Make fun of me there, but yeah, I mean, just like Mario a little bit. But Sega Genesis was like the first console we got as a family. I mean, we were young.
Yeah.
And it was like, is it Street Fighter, like Streets of Rage or something like that? That was our jam back in the day.
Yeah, and I remember Mortal Kombat on the Genesis. And I believe there was like the Shaq Attack, or like there's a Shaq like dunk game, Shaquille O'Neal basketball game, and it was the worst. Or I think it was like Shaq Fu. It was actually Shaq in like a kung fu game. It was so stupid.
What? That's so
dude.
Weird.
That was when he was like on like the height, you know, and like they could put his name on anything. And now he's just got icy hot, but
oh man,
a little shake, a little tingle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, those commercials he's in.
Yeah. So PlayStation 1, favorite game though. What would you have to say on that? Because that's like more your like what you can remember, right?
Dude, this is crazy. The game that I remember the most, because we got it on Christmas with our PS1, was the Dukes of Hazzard video game, bro.
Really?
We were running around. Yeah, bro, driving everywhere, dude. That's one of. It's like a big one. Spyro was another one, dude.
Spyro was awesome. I remember playing Spyro the first time on like the DLC disc, or I mean the demo disc that you would get, and they they gave you like one free mission on that so you could try it out. I love that.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb
Raider as
Raider.
well.
Tomb Raider was sick. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh game that I love to play where you could like polyfuse or like fuse the cards together. Me and my brother were really into that. My brother's 8 years older than me, so he's like 32.
Okay.
And so, or like 31, 32, something like that. And so I got all those game systems. I was playing them when I was super young. So, dude, I love that. Did you ever play Gundam or Gangnam?
Nope.
Like the big like mech suits. It was like Street Fighter style, like the 2D Street Fighter one-on-one combat, but with like the mecha suits and all that stuff. It was pretty cool. But yeah, Tomb Raider was big as well. Did you ever play with the Nintendo 64?
Yeah, a little bit like GoldenEye, obviously. Yeah, dude.
The OG first-person shooter.
That's it, dude. Like I remember a friend of ours had a birthday party and they had the N64 out and they were doing like a little GoldenEye tournament and I was like, what the heck is this game, dude?
Yeah. Odd Job was the best. Be a little man running around with the golden gun.
Dude. One of my favorite games though was I think it was the PS2. It might have been the PS1, but it was Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, hack and slash, Dungeons, Dragons RPG game, bro.
I don't think I've ever heard of that. Huh.
We played it so much.
Yeah, memories. Did you ever play any PC games?
No, I didn't grow up on the PC.
Okay. I just remember playing like Sims. I remember like being late at night, having them do the woohoo, and like thinking my mom was gonna walk in.
That's hilarious.
And I was like 8 years old. Like Age of Empires was big, like the strategy-based games and whatnot. But
you heard of Diablo?
Yeah, Diablo 3. Yeah.
The Baldur's Gate was just like that, pretty much, dude.
Okay, nice. And then PlayStation 2, I have my favorite. What's your favorite game? There's so many good ones on that though.
I mean, for me, I think it was
that one game.
Yeah, which I don't know how known it is, but dude, I was like nerding out. I bought books that was like after the characters that were in that game, dude. I was like sold.
You must have been what, like 13, 11 to 13, somewhere around there? If you
something like that.
Got like the Xbox around there, around that time as well.
Yeah, I was like 13 or 14 when I got the 360, so somewhere around there.
Yeah, dude, that's cool. Yeah, mine was Onimusha. It was a Japanese. It took inspiration from like Devil May Cry, so it was like actually Resident Evil and Devil May Cry. So it kind of fused the two together to where it was more of like a strategy game, but with a like slasher kind of perspective on it, and with a great like story behind it too. They ended up making like 3 of them, and it was absolutely insane. They have it remastered on the PlayStation 4. And it's the only other game besides Call of Duty that I've played like, recently.
Oh, that's dope,
dude. It was a good one. It was fun. All right, so then Xbox, Halo, then Halo 3 came out on 360. What made you switch to like Call of Duty?
Well, I mean, I think Modern Warfare was the first Call of Duty that I played, dude. COD 4.
Yeah.
And
that's the one that most people start on.
Yeah, like I can't remember, to be honest, how I even decided to play that game, how I found it. Don't remember at all. All I remember is falling in love with it, dude. I played hardcore search and destroy day in and day out, and I maxed out my prestige, bro. I was in high school, I think, and I went to school. I taught martial arts, and then I came home. So yeah, I'm a secondary black belt in Taekwondo as well.
Jesus.
That's what I did growing up, really, was martial arts. But after teaching, dude, I would just go home and just game, dude, for hours.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Okay, so let's touch base on that martial arts. You just kind of like whiz by that. Yeah. You're low key like, hold on one second. You're a low key badass, right? Wouldn't you agree? You could throw it down probably.
It's funny, man, because I feel like I have a few things that I excelled in, but martial arts was one. I taught and used to train and compete all over the U.S. And then I got into extreme martial arts, which is like martial arts with a gymnastic twist. So I did like breakdancing, tumbling, and because of that, this is something nobody really knows. I did level 5 all-star competitive cheer for like 2 years. So you have your ballroom dancing stat that you plugged.
Dude.
Yeah, dude, I cheered for like 2 years, bro. Just tumbling and throwing girls up in the air.
Yeah.
Like, bring it on without the drama.
Bring it on without the drama. Dude,
Yeah, dude.
cute girls, man. Cute girls. Can't complain.
Yeah, it was funny because like wrestlers, no joke, in high school when they found out, they would like make fun of me. I'm like, I would just straight up be like, bro, you're rolling around with dudes in tights.
I'm rolling around with girls.
Throwing up girls in the air. I was like, so I don't know what you're making fun of, to be honest.
Dude, that's funny. Did you ever get into like a decent, like, did you ever get into fights growing up? With like, that's one thing that I've noticed is people that study martial arts are typically the most peaceful people on average. You know, you always have those outliers that kind of rot in the, or spoil the bunch, but for the most part, they're good people that I feel like because you know how to defend yourself and you know how to hurt somebody, it makes it to where you don't, you know, like you have more discipline not to, and that's what martial arts truly teaches, I think.
Yeah, like fighting was legit a last resort. Like if we would have gotten in a fight growing up, I'm pretty sure my martial arts instructor would have probably beat us, dude. Because I mean, obviously if it was self-defense is one thing, but if we were to ever instigate it,
sure.
I mean, and there was times where I would run my mouth and I probably should have got popped, you know what I'm saying? But no one ever swung, dude. It's probably because they knew, which who knows? Who knows what really would have happened? But nah, dude, no fights, dude. No fights.
Dude, okay, so I'm gonna spill some juice.
Right,
I'm the only person in Blue Springs history to get thrown out of a swim meet for fighting.
What did you do? Oh, how?
So growing up, my mom is from Kansas City, Missouri, so she grew up in a rough neighborhood, and like she learned how to box at an early age. And so my father wasn't really around growing up. He was a professional baseball player. And so just wasn't around. More on that later. But she wanted, like, her mantra was, your mama didn't raise a so we used to have Friday night fight night on the trampoline with like all the neighborhood kids in Arizona. And like none of the other parents knew about it. It was just like a secret little like almost society, little fight club, honestly. And like we started out with like the rock'em sock'em, like you'd blow them up and we'd just like wail on each other. Then we would like upgrade to Hulk gloves and eventually like 12-ounce boxing gloves. So like I knew how to fight, and like my mom put me in boxing for cross training for swimming and a little bit of Muay Thai, so I knew how to defend myself. And my sister's a model, or she was a model. And she's 2 years older than me. And so she's absolutely gorgeous. But she went to the same high school that I did, yeah. And in Missouri, at least in Blue Springs, there was a little bit of like a gang kind of, like they weren't necessarily organized, but they all kind of clicked together, you know? And I remember there was like these 3 black guys that would only come to the swim meets to check out the girls, like in their swimsuits, you know? And me and my sister were both sprinters, and so like our events were right next to each other, so she would race and then I would race. And we'd wait for each other, and then we'd go to the warm down pool and like warm down and then get ready for our next race. We were very close. And
cool that you were that close with
you. Yeah. And so we got out, we started walking literally on the side of the pool while like another race is going. She's on like one side, I'm on the other, and one guy just slaps her on the butt. And like just straight slap, like full on in front of everybody, and just laughs about it. And my mom always told me, like, you never start a fight, you know? The only reasons you can fight is one, if somebody hits first or throws a punch first, or if anybody disgraces your family, you make sure they never do it again. Like my mom's huge on family pride. And so I immediately just lunged after the guy, and she tried to get in my way because she knew what I was going to do. And I'm 6'7", like I'm a decently big guy. Yeah, I think then I was like 6'3" or whatnot. But I just remember going in, and I just hit him as hard as I could. And he just kind of got dazed. He was a little twig, honestly. But then his big friend was right behind him, and he grabbed me, threw me to the ground, and then the other guy got on top of me and started punching me. And he was trying to, the big guy was kicking me, so I ended up grabbing his leg, and I hit him square in the nuts. Just it was honestly kind of hilarious. Hit him square in the nuts, and I pushed the guy off of me, and then I swung at him and threw him into the pool while a race was going on, and I got kicked out. The police got called. It was not a good situation, but everybody had my back on it, like even the coach, everybody. But they have like a no violence policy whatsoever. So I got like suspended from sports for like 3 weeks, but I still like the coach still had me come in and swim anyways. But
Okay, yeah.
that was kind of like I got into so many fights because of my sister. It was not good, honestly. But
My sister lives in Montana. My mom moved to Montana when I was 11. I stayed in KC, so I didn't grow up around my sister. And I don't know, dude. If I would have seen stuff like that, that would be.
Dude, you just see red after like you can't really explain it. You know, you just kind of react and.
You know what it would have been for me? It would have been
Game over.
Exactly, fatality.
That's what it would have been.
Oh man, yeah, no. So I got in the most fights in Missouri, believe it or not, which was kind of crazy.
I
But
believe it.
yeah, it's the Midwest is rough at times, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm from the West Coast, so like more like Arizona, even like Puerto Rico and whatnot. Yeah, right.
I see to focus on my W, but it's not doing it.
Yeah. Oh, it did it last moment too. But yeah, no, we don't get much out of that out here. I mean, I've gotten into a few scuffs just because like people are people no matter where you go, you know. And Puerto Rico is definitely not the greatest area. I've got some stories there, but that's neither here nor there. Dude, they don't. The cartel's over there, so it can get a little crazy. But dude, that's cool. I mean, huge background in, you said Taekwondo, right?
Yeah, I got my 2nd degree black belt. Trained there for like 10 years. So.
How long ago did you get your 2nd degree in?
Oh man, if I would have kept going, I'd probably be like 5th degree by now. So I was probably like 18, 19, 20.
Damn, man.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
And do you feel like you still have that in you?
Yeah. I don't think it'll ever leave, but I've had some injuries. I had 2 shoulder surgeries, and I've had a surgery on my hip, and I need my other one done. And it's all it's all from all the high impact competition.
What was your hip surgery?
I had FAI, so it was a hip impingement surgery. Basically I tore a labrum, and but it's because all the tumbling and pounding on my hip, it caused
so hard on it.
femur bone to grow into like an irregular shape, and it started wearing down. So anyway, they had to go in and shave it back to the right shape. Do that on my other side, probably next year, 2020.
That's rough, man. Yeah, I had hip surgery too, for swimming. Yeah. Enlarged lymph nodes. Craziest thing. Actually was my retirement surgery, which was rough, but
yeah,
it happens.
I'm unofficially retired, dude. Like, I can seal and carry. It's like, I mean, I think I could be all right, but I got family now, dude. Married, and I got a 3-year-old daughter.
You're not even worried about that.
I'm not gonna play games, dude.
Exactly. And nowadays, you just never know who's carrying. You know what I mean? And
crazy people
who will hold a grudge and come back at you with a gun the next week, the next month. You know, you never really know. So it's just best to leave it be.
But that's because of my injuries. I really started getting back into gaming again. That's kind of
okay.
Yeah, I could do that. Doesn't hurt my body.
For sure.
You know?
How long ago was that?
I mean, my first surgery was 2015, and I've had 3 since 2015. I needed another.
So did you take a bit of a hiatus from video games?
Not like officially. Like I would still game, but like it's when I started gaming a lot more. It's when I was injured. I couldn't go out.
Couldn't do anything.
Do the things that I used to do, so I would just play a lot more. Some of my favorite recent games within the past 4 years was that Batman trilogy game, dude.
Oh, the Asylum, like Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, all that stuff.
Yeah, all those, dude. You see? Will it focus on my chin?
Bro.
Let's freaking go! That's amazing, bro.
That is awesome. Oh man, that just made my day, bro. I even have like, I've got the Killing Joke Batman in the background. Did we just become best friends?
Bro, we might have. You can't see this because it's too blurry.
Yeah.
What happens if I move?
Oh, the Joker?
That hologram is a Joker. You
Dude,
can't tell.
we have a Joker in our background as well?
Bro, I do.
Match made in heaven? What is this? Get off of us!
That's actually hilarious, dude. Yeah. Batman's the GOAT, dude.
Dude, oh my god. What do you feel about Robert Pattinson playing him?
Is that new news? 'Cause I don't know if I
Oh,
knew
you don't
that.
know? You didn't know the new Batman?
Oh,
You know the Twilight guy?
okay, yeah. He's playing him?
Yeah, the main vampire dude.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's playing him. I've seen his
And
like
what?
indie stuff. He seems like he's pretty diverse, so I'm curious to see how he actually does it. I'm not gonna knock him before I see it, but
We'll have to chat off screen because I'd be curious, like, what movies. I mean, what is he in? I know that Joker movie is about to drop, but
he's
how
not in
many
the Joker
movies?
movie. That's the standalone with Joaquin Phoenix.
That's
But
what I
he's
thought.
done a lot of like indie stuff. So he did. I don't know any like big stuff that he's done, like AAA titles, but he did a lot of indie stuff uh, after the Twilight series.
Okay, dude, that's nuts, bro.
Dude, that is crazy. Like that was like a straight up bonding moment.
This chair is brand new. It came out this year.
Dude, I literally got mine last month.
Dude, I got it like a couple months ago.
Yeah, so my chair was broken. It was busted for like a solid 3 weeks. And I was just looking online for just gaming chairs, and I stumbled upon this. And I didn't think I was gonna be able to get it, but my viewers, they're so supportive. They ended up like raising enough money like quick so that I could
Oh,
like
no
get
joke.
it. So it was really cool. So let's go into some streaming stuff, man. How long have you been streaming? What's kind of your story on like starting that, and like how did you get introduced to it? What was your inspiration?
Yeah, dude, it's all I feel like it's all pretty new. Um Basically I had shoulder surgery in December of 2018
Okay.
and I just started hella gaming obviously cuz I couldn't do anything else.
Sure.
But what I really tried like more seriously was Blackout cuz when I got Black Ops 4, dude, I was so overwhelmed by Blackout. I never played a battle royale before. I didn't even know what the heck was going on. So, I played multiplayer for a while and turned out on that playing Madden. But anyway, I was like, dude, I'm gonna give Blackout a try. And somehow in there, I started looking up like tutorials online, and I found Spiros.
Ah,
I found his channel, I found his streams, and I was like, dude, people stream this game. This is freaking crazy. And dude, I just was soaking up every like training video I could online of Blackout, any tutorial, and then I started finding streamers through Spiros, which at the time was like Simsy,
yeah.
um, and then and then it kind of branched off from there. Then he started streaming on Twitch, and then I started just finding all the.
Yeah. Are you streaming on Twitch now, or are you YouTube or Twitch?
I'm still streaming pretty much every day or every chance I get on YouTube, but I'm basically as viewers come in, I'm getting them. I'm trying to push them to my Twitch. I'm trying to get to that 50 followers.
Oh, so then
So
you can get the 3 concurrent, stream for 7 days, and get the affiliate.
yeah, I mean, dude, I'm pretty new to streaming. Maybe like 5 weeks ago, to be honest.
Oh, you started 5 weeks ago, man.
Yep,
That's
pretty
crazy.
new. I've been making like some Blackout content stuff for a handful of months, and Expel. I've been in his chat and community for a while. He pushed my channel and helped get me to like 200 subs or so, or 850 subs maybe.
Dude.
And so I'm only at like, dude, I'm small. I'm like 220 subs on YouTube. And that's it, dude.
But do you have the production quality and like honestly the personality of so much greater? So kudos to you, bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I think
We're all small. We're all just drops in the bucket at the moment. You know what I mean? That's what I love about like having this podcast is I feel like we're up and coming. Especially like I'm trying to find people that are putting in the work, like grinding every day and are hungry for it and want to make it. And I'm curious to see just like in a year's time, you know, like how much we grow and to go back and watch these and kind of see our projections or like how we started and whatnot and then where we're at in a year is going to be kind of exciting.
I'm pretty sad that I didn't get the ball rolling sooner because Blackout's kind
Over.
of nearing its kind of nearing its time. And I mean, I played the beta, but if there's no BR, dude, I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. I basically researched a ton, looked into like what I didn't understand at the time was like the Elgato stuff and how to capture. I just bought a stream PC like 6 weeks ago, and I wanted, you know, I might not be like the best player in the world. I have like a 3 KD maybe, but I wanted an interactive stream and like professional visuals and, you know, be funny, voice effects, sound effects. Like I wanted to be that's what I want to do. Just take it up to higher levels than I've at least seen with some of the Blackout streamers. And it's no shade to them because a lot of them are just really good players and they get
Yeah,
viewers just from being
exactly. Well, everybody has their
beast.
own kind of niche, and
Yeah, yeah,
what they excel at.
yeah, yeah,
Huh.
100%.
So 5 weeks, man. How's it been in the past 5 weeks? You said you got a shout out or Expel kind of hyped your channel up a little bit, and you got about 200 from there. Where are you currently standing? Like, what's your stream schedule look like? How's your viewer base? Like, if you want to go into any of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Real quick, dude, I mean, I knew it was gonna take time, and I was basically streaming for like 3 to 5 people. Then what happened was I killed Minor Hobo Joe in a solos match. I was like, what? And I posted. Basically, I was making a video of it, but Hobo, the kill was nice to be honest. I grappled him, and I had high ground and stuff. But anyway, he actually subscribed to my channel and then was in my chat every now and again. He saw me play a few good solo games.
Mm-hmm.
Asked if I wanted to be his fourth person in that Bad Mama Jam's tourney.
That you won?
So, yeah, we won, and those guys are just next level, dude. I was trying my best to keep up.
True FPS. And who's the other guy?
D-Rob is
D-Rob.
Drew's homie, but they're all subs. We were all subs of Hobo for sure. But what happened was I put that video out, and then we basically started doing like practice for the tournament and stuff. And he plugged my stream and view. I mean, I'm only at like 220 subs. I average 10 to 15 viewers.
That's huge, man. So many people get stuck at like the 5 viewer mark. It's a hard threshold to break. It's like a glass ceiling kind of,
Yeah.
It's cool that you have.
YouTube's definitely easier. And the first time I ever went into your stream, I was like trying to get motivated to switch to Twitch.
Yeah.
And you gave me a bunch of good pointers, but I just know like my viewers, they will drop when I go to Twitch, which is fine. I'm just trying to anybody that actively follows me on YouTube, I'm just trying to make sure they are following me on Twitch and know, because I basically stream 3 to 4 nights a week.
Sure.
If not more, if I can swing it. But I have to wait till the fam goes to bed, make sure my freelance work is kind of caught up.
For sure.
But yeah, man, I've been streaming 2 to 3 hours a night probably. And then what's crazy is, dude, with Minor plugging me, like I made like $400 in donations last week, and then we won the tournament. So I actually made like $500 in a week, my 5th week of streaming. Again,
you guys split the 500 4 ways, right?
We did. Yeah. We split it. Yeah. So again, like even just the fact that I'm making money at all playing video games, which is just something that I just enjoy doing. Fascinating to me. I got a $150 donation and almost fell out of my chair, dude. Just like, it's wild, dude.
Yeah. No,
wild.
So Bad Mama John, he's the one that
he's
put the tournament on. He is the reason why my channel has seen success. I give him all the credit because when I made my announcement to go over to Twitch, I had everybody around it. It was all hyped up. I had made a video telling people like this is the day that I'm going to be switching over.
Okay.
Had a great turnout on the first day, but on the first day, my optical port on my PlayStation went out, and so there was no game audio whatsoever. And I'm a big person on quality, and so the fact that I couldn't give the audience game audio, I stopped streaming for about a month. Like literally my first day streaming on Twitch, which was just like honestly rough.
Stopped streaming for a month?
A month, man, a month. Because I was trying to like hustle and save up enough money to get another PlayStation, And I was playing with Bad because at the time, I recently, I'd say about coming up on 8 months now, I quit my job as a tech analyst, which was paying really well. And I decided, like, I was making really good money. I had my own 2-bedroom apartment, but I decided, like, I was miserable, I hated going to work every day. And so I quit, and at that time, I was streaming as well. I was like, I'm going to make this, like, I'm going to make a run for this streaming thing, I'm going to, like, eat for a little bit, and... Yeah, no, dude, Gary Vaynerchuk is, like, got me through, like, is essentially what inspired me to do what I did. And so I quit my job.
When you said that.
Yeah. I quit my job, moved out of my 2-bedroom apartment when my lease was up, and moved into a house with 2 other guys, and like I have super low rent. I'm coaching for the team that I used to swim on professionally now, only working about 15 hours a week unless we have swim meets, and it's a lot more, but it gives me a little bit more leeway on like my time. And like I was just like I'm essentially just making enough through coaching to get by while I like grind for this, you know. And
Yeah.
it's great, but then when my PlayStation went out, I was like, oh snap! Like I don't have anything to like. It's gonna take me a while to get some money, and so he was playing with me. Me and him are good friends, or like he was in my stream when I was on YouTube. And so me and him played while I wasn't streaming. And he's like, hey man, why haven't you been streaming? And I kind of told him the story. Without even like a minute that went by, he sent me $400 through PayPal, and he's like, get off right now, go to Best Buy and get yourself a PlayStation. I'll see you in an hour. And I've been streaming ever since. So like
He's the goat.
I
Dude.
love that, man. He's got a heart of gold, and like he's honestly I contribute all of my success to like that one moment, because I wouldn't have been able to do it. It would have taken me a lot longer to do if I didn't have that helping hand, you know. And it's absolutely insane, like the community, you know.
Yeah. Dude, I was in I've been following Hobo for a little while off and on. I was in Hobo's stream. This was like a few months ago or 2 months. I don't know, like 2 months ago maybe. But I watched Bad drop like $1,200 into it in donations in his stream. Dude.
It's insane.
I was like, whoa, bro. Oh my god.
What was it like getting your first donation? And what was it, if you don't mind, like run me through that experience?
Yeah, I mean, my first donation was just by the homie Tony S. Dude, he's in a lot of people's chats, but I was streaming. I was like, dude, I'm still testing like all my donation links. Like, I don't know if they work. And he just donated like $10 and said testing, and then donated another 5 like a minute later. And I was like, I just made like $15. Like, what is this?
Right, and in like an instant. It's crazy.
Yeah, so that was pretty nuts. But I didn't really get another donation at all, like for a few weeks, until Hobo. I started streaming with him for the tournament, and he goes, dude, Cole's a new streamer, go show him some love. And next thing I know, the homie Pyro just like dropped $100. Bad Mama Jamma dropped 40, a couple others dropped 5, 10, and next thing I knew, it was like $200 in donations in like a couple minutes, dude.
It adds up. Yeah.
I was way thrown off, dude.
Did it kind of give you the vibe that like, hey, like there's potential here, like I can like physically actually do this, it's feasible?
Yeah, and I've had a handful, if not more, probably more people than that. They would, streamers and people that come in, they're like, dude, your stream quality, your interaction, it's top notch, you know. And then they're like, you have a good personality. They basically encourage me like, hey, just keep grinding it, you know, and you think you can grow at least a base. I mean, my whole thing is like, dude, I just love to game, and I have a fun personality, I think, and if I could even just make cool money on the side to support it, dude, like that's cool to me.
Yeah.
If it ever blew up way beyond that, that would be amazing. But you know, I love doing video work, and I believe God's gifted me with that too. So I'm kind of open. I'm open to whatever, but to make some side money, and that's why I'm really considering Twitch. I know it's like a little more, I don't know, it's just very common and understandable for people to sub and you know, make that monthly residual, kind of build it that way. So,
yeah,
man.
Dude, I feel like you're like the skinny Tim the Tat Man without the tats.
I don't even know who that is.
Google him right now. Literally take a picture, or like go on Google, look up Tim the Tat Man. He's just a big burly guy with a beard. He's bald, and you remind me of, at least just like from the beard standpoint, as he's gonna be. Yeah. He's literally one of the biggest Twitch streamers.
Okay, yep.
You see him?
I didn't. Okay, yeah, with the beard, yeah.
Do you know how much money those guys make a month, man?
I have no idea. I don't even know how big is that guy?
He, at any given time, probably has like 15,000 people watching him.
What game?
Fortnite.
Any?
He plays a lot. Like, he mainly plays Fortnite. It's like, you've probably heard of Ninja, right?
But
Him and Ninja play all the time. Him, Ninja, like Courage, like all those guys and whatnot. They typically play.
I know
But
some of the big dogs, Ninja, Doctor Disrespect,
yeah, the Doc, the two-time.
the two times. Yeah, dude, that even just seeing like some of these blackout guys who have like a few thousand subs, I'm like, dude, that's pretty good money. I mean,
Yeah.
you keep that base.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, 2,000 subs, let's just say they're not even partnered, they're an affiliate. Because like people like Spiros don't want to become a partner because of YouTube.
Yep.
They would no longer be able to stream there. They're making, like, we'll just say $2. They're making $2.50, but let's just take taxes into account. And like 2,000 subs, do you know what I mean? That's $4,000 a month, you know, of actual like take-home income. And that's just subs. That's not accounting bits. That's not accounting donations. That's not accounting for a lot of things. It's insane, man. Absolutely insane.
I was in a Spiro stream once and I watched somebody donate him $5,000 on $5,000.
Was that when he was looking to move to California? And he was like,
Yeah,
trying to get enough money?
Jesus just like jumped in and donated like somebody asked him. They said, what's the most you've ever made in a stream?" And he like said like a number, and then this dude just like jumped in and dropped more than that.
That sounds like my uncle. My uncle, he's a dentist, and no matter, like, he loves showboating his money. And so we'll all go out to dinner, and he's so, like, he's got the biggest ego that he'll like, sweet talk the waitress, and he'll be like, "Hey, honey, how much is the most you've ever gotten in a tip?" And, like, she'll say, like, "Oh, like $100," and he'll drop, like, 101, you know, just to be that guy. You know what I mean? I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, I know it's sustainable, and I don't know what the future holds for me. I just know that I enjoy streaming, making content. I mean, I have the gear, the equipment. I enjoy it. So I'll just keep doing it, man.
Are you in your basement?
It's
I see
kinda
stairs
weird.
right behind you.
Yeah, it's weird. I live in a duplex, and I'm like, my office is like the entrance. It's like a big old like open room,
Okay.
and so like on this side of me, like right on the other side of the camera, it's like coat rack and then shelves of my gear. But the front door to walk in is like right here.
Okay, and then
Stairs
like the
go up to the
living
rest of
and
the
rooms.
house.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So it's my unofficial man cave.
Dude, hey, whatever works, you know what I mean? Like,
Heck yeah, bro.
I'll
It
take
works.
I'll take you over right now. Like, this is like my setup. I got the calendar right here. It's just like a black glass board that I put tape on. And then I have this right here, which is what everybody sees. And then right over there is my bed, you know?
Oh,
bed.
okay, yeah.
And I got that. So it's all like, it's like I view it as like a studio apartment, you know? Like I had a 2-bedroom apartment where I had my own office and whatnot, and it was great, but I'm not making that money anymore. So you gotta downsize and do with what you got, you know?
Heck yeah, man. And that's another thing. I think you're single, no kids, so it's like, dude, just go for it, bro. Eat ramen. Like,
You don't even actually know. Ramen and chicken breast is like what I live on.
I mean, I love my life, my season of life. I'm married, 3-year-old daughter, another kid on the way.
Congratulations.
I'm not in a thank you, man. I'm not in a position where I could do that. You know what I'm saying?
But if you were,
yeah, I mean, but rewind years, and dude, if technology and streaming was where it was then, I mean, I would have tried to grind it out. Why not?
right? How I view it, it's kind of like Gary Vaynerchuk. It's like you can always get like a hold on a second. I gotta get this like up. You can always get a job. You know what I mean? Like it's just true. Like you can always find a way to make ends meet, but you might as well try to do something that you love and not live with the regret of like what if you did. You know? I'd rather be 40 and making 30,000 a year doing what I love than being like 60 and a millionaire and hating my life, wishing I would have done X, Y, and Z, you know? So
100%, man.
It's different. Different times too that we live in, you know? Different opportunity with the internet. It's insane.
Oh, yeah, dude. Super awesome.
So who's somebody you've always wanted to play with then? Or stream with?
I mean, probably the guy that I watch the most and respect a lot is Doug is Raw. So
Mog Nation.
Dude, he is he's another level, but I just love his personality. I'm in Bro Nana's chat a lot, and hanging out with him. I think he's awesome too. So.
Yeah, I know Brunana. He's one of my viewers. Taggart is his uncle. Small world.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's messaged me before. On
Taggart
Twitch.
has?
He has, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I was in Doug's stream and Bronana's stream, and he had like a question for me because I was always in there saying something. But Doug rated him, I think, one day.
Yeah.
I was in his stream. But yeah, dude. I mean, Doug is probably the guy when he's on. I watch him a lot. I mean, I'm working a lot, but if I can get in, and watch Doug. But then obviously it's weird because I'm still in the YouTube community, so I'm hopping into Expel's stream. I've been in
yeah.
hobos. I've been in hobos a lot, especially like he's done a lot for me. Like he didn't have to pick me up for that tournament. I even messaged him like 2 days before the tournament. I was like, bro, I think you can find a better fourth. I was struggling during practice, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just not used to like they're just full send.
Yeah.
Throw a trophy on
100
on a
miles
car
an
and just-
hour. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was just struggling. I mean, to keep up. I mean, my KD and quad's like a 3.5. It's not the best, but it's okay. But dude, just anyway, he was like, nah, dude. He's like, the team's made. He's like, we're gonna keep it. He's like, we can do it.
Yeah.
And
He's got
I
that
ended up
military
coming in.
aspect.
I came in clutch last game. They were all 3 down, and I finished the last guy on the squad off, and we got the reses up, bro, and got like 6 more kills, and we won by like 5 or 6 kills.
Dude, I saw his video on it, and like he like talks through his teeth at times. It's like, let's go,
Yeah.
and it like gets you hyped up. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, I don't even care if we won, guys. Good teamwork, I'm proud of you. I was like, let's go, Miner. It got you hyped up, like it was awesome. I really.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and so yeah, I'm just kind of paying it forward, and I'm in his stuff a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, man, that's kind of that's where I am. I'm pretty new, but dude, I love it, and I really enjoy it, dude. It's so much fun.
Sweet. So what's your kind of daily life though? You're a family man. You've got a 3-year-old. You got another one on the way. You're working.
Yeah.
You play video games. Do you do anything for like hobbies or like anything for yourself? Because streaming, while it's so much fun, it can be a job. It is a job. You know what I mean? And there's good sides and bad sides to that. You know what I mean? Do you do anything to like release yourself?
I mean, probably work at the day job 45 to 50 hours. Then I freelance another 10 to 15.
Oh,
Then I spend time with the fam, dude. And if I'm not doing that, I'm streaming, working on stuff, dude. So, but to me, to be honest, that's fun to me. I think,
Yeah.
but again, it's like what 6 weeks old, so maybe it'll drain me. But video games is fun, dude. And
Yeah.
here's the thing about streaming for me is I was already gaming. That was my release. That's what I did when I was like, all right, I'm done with everything for the day. Like I just need to relax, dude. So I'm gonna go play Call of Duty. Like it doesn't stress me out.
Yeah.
And so then I started streaming. I was like, well, it's Gary V's whole like documenting,
Yeah.
versus, or that whole thing of documenting versus creating. And I was like, dude, I'm trying to, in my limited time, create these videos on YouTube. I'm just gonna start documenting live and stream, dude. That's what I'm gonna do. So
Yeah.
that's what I started doing.
Dude, honestly, Gary Vee is one of the biggest inspirations for doing like the podcast because he's saying like everything's going to voice, you know what I mean? And so the fact that people can listen to this on like their way to work and whatnot, like it's like
Dude,
I love that you're into Gary Vee. There's not many people that are, but those who are like in them, you know what I mean? Like
Expel is, I'm sure you know that.
yeah.
But Expel is for sure. Bro, I mean, it's like, do you have an iPhone?
Mhm.
Yeah, bro. I bought the earpods like a couple months ago, and I'm in streams a lot, and with my earpods in one ear, and I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm not even watching. I'm listening, or if I want to listen to a whatever, dude. I have YouTube Premium, so I can
Me
listen
too.
to it with my phone off.
Yeah.
And I'm watching and listening to all kinds of stuff all the time, dude, in my ears. So yeah, Gary Vee, I believe Gary Vee is right when it comes to audio.
No, you remember his God, it was some sort of skit that he had. It was a video series. He's only done like 3 videos of it, but where he goes garage selling and he flips stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I actually did that for like a solid month and a half just to see if I could. You know, do what?
Did you try his challenge?
I didn't do his challenge, but I was able to make. I ended up making like I think it was like close to $800 in like 1 month doing it, purely based off of going to garage sales and like Offer Up and Let Go. Do you have that in Kansas City, right? Like
what is it?
Offer Up and Let Go. They're apps that you can like. It's essentially Craigslist, but put more into like an app for like buying and selling stuff. and it's searchable, so you can like search up video games. And I would just search up video games, and I would buy them super cheap from like moms that their kids just went to college and they just wanted to get rid of it. I get like a whole box for like $35, and then it had like the original Halo in it and like all these old Xbox games and PlayStation games, and I would sell them for like $150. Like I got like this whole like photography light box kit. I could just put the game in and take a good photo of it, and made some good money. It was a hustle though, man. I was out going after work, picking up like something, always like working it, you know. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. I just don't have the time now, but it was good times.
Yeah, bro. He's all about the grind, and that flipping thing's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. And you can do it anywhere, you know. I love watching the videos of the guys that have like these big like couches, and they put them in the subway because they don't have like a car or anything in like New York, and so they'll like go to Facebook Marketplace and they'll get like the free listing, and they'll get like a free couch, and they'll literally take it all the way down to the subway, shove it into the subway, and like sit on it like as like they're going to the next stop to where they can go home. It's kind of crazy.
Guys are legit, bro. I've seen a couple of those videos.
Yeah,
wild.
Isn't it crazy? Man. All right, so let's kind of flip the script though. You want to ask me anything? Like I want you to kind of have like the spotlight, or at least have the mic, you know, to kind of voice anything you want to, or ask me anything, whatever you want to do, my man.
That's awesome, bro. I mean, were you? I'm trying to remember. Did you say you were born in the U.S.?
Yeah, born in the U.S., but I was raised in Puerto Rico for like half my childhood.
Okay, so you moved back.
Yeah, we would bounce back and forth. So I'd spend half the year in Puerto Rico and then half the year in the U.S. Well, Arizona's always been my home.
So, is it Spanish? You speak Spanish?
I can understand it.
Puerto Rican?
Yeah. It's Spanish. We all speak Spanish.
Okay.
I can speak like Puerto Rican Spanish pretty decently, especially if you give me like 2 weeks in Puerto Rico, I'll start to pick it up again. But Puerto Rican Spanish and like regular Spanish, like Mexico Spanish, is so different. We speak very, very fast. We have like different adjectives and things like that. So people can typically understand us, but they'll get lost really fast on just the way that we speak. We're very animated and very loud as well, so that doesn't really help. Yeah.
Dude, that's cool. Yeah, I was curious about that because I did full-time mission work for like 4 years. That's what I did in my young 20s. But we went over to like 8 different countries.
Really?
I rapped actually and did martial arts at the shows. We were with a traveling team, but yeah, I got to see a bunch of different cultures, man, and it's super cool. I appreciate just different ethnicities, cultures, and like food from different cultures.
Oh yeah,
especially.
it's so different though everywhere you go. You know, everybody has their
so
own
different, bro.
Their own culture.
Oh, dude. Scotland was one of my favorite places. I've been in Northern Ireland as well.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of people walking down the street that look like me.
Dude.
Heck, dude.
You're like, I'm home.
I was in the freaking Twilight Zone.
And then they open their mouth and you're like, I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah, because they speak English there, but it was so
different.
So strong.
Yeah.
Like,
so different. Yeah.
But yeah, bro. What about how long have you been seriously streaming?
Seriously, the past like 3 months, I would say.
Okay.
I had like a stream schedule. I would like, for me, I was doing it very religiously on and off though. Like I would almost burn myself out by going like 30 days straight, streaming whenever I possibly could, and then I just never gave myself a day to decompress, and then I would take another month off, you know, and it was just kind of like that back and forth for a while. But I would say the past 3 months I've been very consistent. I've been taking my Saturdays off.
Nice.
For myself, and able to get things around the house done and whatnot, spend time with family, which is very important. So I found that balance finally, you know. So the past 3 months I'd say I picked up.
What's your schedule like? Curious.
So every day except for Saturday I stream from 12 to 4 p.m. and then I have to go to work at like 5 to 8 every day for like swim practice and whatnot. And then I upload a video on YouTube every other day. And so I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So like I double
Wow,
up on Sunday, Monday. So 4 days a week. And
dropping vids.
dude, I'm trying. I'm hustling. I'm just doing whatever I can
I think
to
I'm sub to
make
you.
it.
I'm gonna make definitely follow you on Twitch.
Yeah. No worries. But yeah, no, it's fun, man. I love the video editing process. I went into it knowing absolutely nothing, and then just YouTube videos and like then Bad asked me to do the.
Yeah, I asked him who did that video. I was like, that's pretty good, and he's like, oh, that was Slevtek. I was like, oh, what?
Oh, you enjoyed that? Thanks, man. I really
Yeah,
actually
come on,
appreciate
I
that
am
coming from you.
subscribed.
But yeah,
I am subscribed.
I made that, and I really wanted to put my all into it and see what I could do. And half the stuff I had never done before in that, and just figured it out. You know, I had a vision for it, and kind of came to
Yeah,
volition.
dude. It was super cool, dude. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, no, it was
How
a lot of fun.
many subs did you grow most of your subs from streaming on YouTube first, or
Yeah.
you have almost 3,000?
So when Black Ops 3 came out on for free when World War II was out, do you remember that at all?
Yeah, I do. I was
Yeah.
playing World War II at the time.
I think it was like 3/4 into the lifespan of World War II. Like the PlayStation released Black Ops 3 for free, and I'm a huge search and destroy player. Like that's my bread and butter. Like I've played that since COD 4, and all the way through every life cycle of every Call of Duty after that. I've been a search guy, and
Yeah,
that's where I got. If I didn't get a 20 kill game on search at least once a day, it was a bad day for me. And I had like a 3.5 KD on Black Ops 3, and like I hated the jetpacks when it first came out because I bought it on the Xbox originally, and I hated it. Played it for an hour, set it down, never touched it again until it became free again. And I knew people were gonna be watching it, or like there were gonna be eyes on it because it was a free game. So I started streaming it, fell in love with it, and I would I created a custom emblem, which everybody does now, like live on YouTube at Slevtek, and then I would put live in my clan tag, and then I would have my game chat on while I was speaking to my chat, so like everybody would like hear me talking to my stream, and then also I loved like at the end of each round in Search and Destroy they had like the last kill was like the final play, and it would pop up your like custom emblem and your name. So it would show that I was live, it would show my name, and then it would show the custom emblem that I was live as well. And I just got people coming through left and right. That was like my algorithm to like gain viewers early on, was just through that. I was gaining like 100 subs a day for like a solid, I think like close to like 10 days. I gained like 1,000 subs off of that, but it was crazy. Yeah. Like I remember grinding that just hard, and that's kind of where I got most of my viewer base from. And like a lot of people even come in now and be like, oh yeah, man, I remember when you played like Black Ops 3, good times. But yeah, that's where I picked up most of my subs, I would say.
What made you decide to switch to Twitch, and when was that?
About 3 months ago. The switch to Twitch.
3 months ago.
Yeah, the switch to Twitch was. I contemplated it for a while because I had like 6 members, and then I would go over to people that had like 2,000 followers on Twitch, and they have like their sub count on like their stream at times.
Yeah.
And I'd see that these guys had like 100 subs. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? You know what I mean? Like I'm not to dog any of these streamers that I watch, but I was like, I'm more entertaining than these guys. I'm better at the game than these guys. Like, why is it that like I'm not growing? And so I kind of looked at the infrastructure of YouTube, and it's a great way to get like potential eyes onto you. You know what I mean? If you use the right tags and thumbnails and whatnot. But it's just so set back, or it just hasn't been ingrained into the culture of YouTube that subscriptions are a thing. You know, like whenever I would tell people like, hey, become a member, they're like, oh, what's that? Like, I don't even know what that means. And like, you'd have to send them the link. And if they were watching on the phone, it's so hard to calibrate that, you know, and it's just not optimized for making a living, which is eventually what I want to do, you know? And so I saw that as just an opportunity to make the shift while I'm still a drop in the bucket in the grand scheme of things, you know, make that shift as sooner rather than later. And it's honestly been absolutely amazing, man. My profit has gone up like 300%. So it's been absolutely insane. And I'm so grateful for it. And I truly just credit it to the community and like just how Twitch is like kind of infrastructured in general, like from
Yeah.
the hosting, like whenever I get off, I'll try to find somebody new to host, that like I've never met before. And sometimes 90% of the time it's a dud, but then sometimes it's a really cool guy and we become friends, and a couple of
Yeah,
their
that's awesome.
viewers or a couple of my viewers become their viewers, and it's so much more inclusive than on YouTube where you have to like post a link in the chat,
Oh yeah.
and have them come over. You kind of automates things on Twitch, which is nice.
Yeah, I literally downloaded Twitch when
For Spiros.
on my phone when Spiro said he was gonna start streaming on Twitch. I was like, I don't even know much about Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even like it at first, like when I was on it, but dude, I like it a lot more now. It's more catered towards, I feel like, for gamers and viewers of gamers.
Yeah.
Like it's way easier. Like on YouTube, I'm trying to sometimes find out, gosh, is he actually streaming? Sometimes it says they're streaming and they're not. Sometimes they're streaming and the little live thing is not next to their name.
Yeah. Or
Um,
sometimes they are live, but they're just replaying a like prior stream for views. They do that. Or some
On what?
some people
On
do on
YouTube?
YouTube. Yeah. Like I've
That's
stumbled
fucking
upon a
whack.
couple of streamers, like
That's
not
fucking
anybody huge or anybody that we know, but just people that I've stumbled upon where I'm like, oh hey, how's it going? And they'll like read something in chat, and I'm like, that message isn't there, And then I'll like spend a little bit more time, and you can definitely tell that they're not live,
I think the best benefits or some of the cool things of YouTube streaming that I do like is that um, even if you're like with Twitch, nobody like they can't adjust your quality unless you're
Partnered.
yeah, they'll do it for some affiliates.
Yeah.
But like on YouTube, like if I'm in an area that's low connection, I can go down to like 360
And still be able to at least get
and
the audio.
still be able to view it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And because on my phone, dude, 480 honestly on your phone is
You
pretty
can't
clear.
tell. Yeah.
But yeah, so Twitch, I mean, you can't. So I'm, when I'm streaming 1080 60 right now, but I'll probably go to 720.
Yeah, just change the
when I stream
bitrate to the number one thing for. There's a guy that I watch. You might be interested in him. He comes from like a videography background, and actually he was more Alpha Gaming. Yeah, dude. Small world.
100%. I know. I don't. He doesn't know who I am, but I've watched a bunch of his stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm trying to get up on the stream game and my knowledge and.
It's the only way to learn. Yeah. No, and so he says like set your stream to 4500 bitrate because those like you just said, you're in a poor like reception area, and most people have no problem streaming at 720 or watching a stream at 720, but you will have a decent amount of your viewers, especially in like European countries and whatnot, that don't have access to amazing internet. They'll be buffering all the time, and they'll just get a black screen eventually, and you lose out on potential viewers, which that is one of the downsides I would say to being a Twitch streamer over YouTube. But
yeah, that, and then YouTube's dope because like if I'm listening and I hear something crazy just happened, I can literally open up my phone, double tap left side and rewind in 10-second segments real quick and like rewatch it and then hit live and go back. Twitch, dude, you can clip it and then like hopefully it's within the last minute that it clips.
Yeah.
But those are the only two things that I like of YouTube. The rest, dude, I mean, I like the Blackout YouTube community. They're awesome people. But my eyes on Twitch just because
Expel just recently switched all of his streaming on Twitch.
He's doing both.
Is he? Oh, I've only seen him on Twitch.
He's streaming at night on Twitch a lot, and then his day streams are still on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And he's still pulling around like 200 viewers on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean P1 went over to Twitch. He streams a lot.
Spiros is making most of his money on Twitch now.
Has to be. I'm trying to get Hobo to go over to Twitch, man.
Yeah. Nick A30 switched over, who's the number one streamer on YouTube. Just recently made the switch to Twitch.
What's it? Who's this?
Nick A30. He's
Oh yeah.
He's a big Fortnite guy. Blew up within the past year.
But he was on YouTube and just switched.
Just recently switched, and he was the biggest streamer on the platform, which was insane.
On
So,
YouTube?
yeah. So the
That's
people are making the switch, but then again, Ninja switched to Mixer, you know. But granted, he got like
Yeah.
a $10 million contract, so I'd do the same.
Heck yeah, dude.
But how Twitch handled that, I wasn't a huge fan of. Did you hear about the whole controversies?
I heard the only thing I heard controversy wise was like some of the recommended or
Oh, the
recommended.
porn.
Yeah, that's all that I heard.
Can you believe
I didn't
that
hear anything
happened?
else.
That's insane to me.
I don't know how they handled him.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else.
But no,
They
the day that he released that like video on his like Twitter or whatnot, the moment that he did that, they took his like check mark off of Twitch, even though he hadn't streamed on another platform yet. It just seemed very petty. And they, even when you would look up his name on Twitch, like they took down like his channel, I believe. And whenever you would search him, they didn't necessarily take down the channel, or maybe they did, but whenever you search him, they said, this streamer is not currently in our castle, or is not a part of our castle, or something like that, like something funny.
Okay, I heard about that.
And then they would be like, here's some recommended like channels. So you couldn't even find his channel, even though he still had so much. Like he was the largest streamer across any platform, you know, and it was just all around. And from what I can say, petty. But
yeah, I think they fixed that. I think can't you view his stream now on Twitch and like look at his
I'm not sure. I haven't checked. I just know from like Twitter and the beefs on there, you know. His wife loves to message. So I get a lot of the news from her.
You know, he's coming out with a book, I think called like Get Good.
It's already out. Yeah, he put it on Jimmy Kimmel, yeah.
I just saw it on Jimmy Kimmel. I think I'm just going to buy it and read through it, dude, cuz got to have nuggets of wisdom in there, 100%.
Dude, you never know. Like the dude's a genius. There's no way you can't be and be at his level, you know, and make that money. Like he has to have some sort of business like prowess, you know, that he's adept in that is kind of taking him to the next level, you know, or just some things that he does.
I just can't believe how big Fortnite is. It blows my mind.
I don't enjoy it, man.
I'm not a big Fortnite guy at all, and I'm like, dude, it's so big. Like the tournament at TwitchCon right now.
Oh, really? The Rivals? Twitch Rivals? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that, and then just some of the other tournaments they do as far as like dollar amounts.
Dude, Booga, the solos guy that made $3 million. He's 16 at the World Cup.
Yeah, dude, he won it.
That's insane, man. As a 16-year-old. As a 16-year-old. Not only that, but he has the clout that will like carry him into whatever he wants to do now. You know, if he wants to just stream, he can just stream because he's Booga. He's playing with Ninja all the time. Like, you know how much time and like energy goes into being that good though. Like my hat goes off like those guys. You know, they're young, but they're grinding. They're
putting in way more hours than I have the ability to.
Right. And their reflexes are just on point. I feel like mine are starting to die down.
Bro, the first time I was in your stream, I think you were doing quads, training for the tourney, and you dropped like you didn't win it, but you had like 20 or 21, 22 kills. Yo, this dude's cheating, bro.
Yeah, I can get cracked sometimes. Most of the time I'm just talking to chat and like shooting the proverbial dog doo-doo, but
how many subs do you have right now?
On Twitch, I'm on like 100.
Okay.
You know, which is absolutely crazy to me. You know, I've only been doing it for a couple months and it's taken off to that degree, you know, and there's a couple of people that donate a decent amount or gift a decent amount of subs, you know, like Jeremy, like goddamn is his name, and goddamn is right because he just has donated exponential amount. But yeah, just man, the support from the community is insane. Like I'm loving what I do every day. There are times where it becomes work, you know, like I've had my own, like I've gotten into like two kind of like controversies recently that I just want no part of whatsoever. And I'm a very positive guy, and like people get their feelings hurt. Like I've always been one like with my community, basing it around positivity, and I wanted to essentially create a community for like the outcasts, you know, so people who don't have anywhere else to go, they can come in my stream and feel normal, you know, and feel appreciated and respected. And anything that jeopardizes that, I shut that down immediately, you know. And I've had to take people away that I was once close with, you know, and that I considered a friend, and tried to reason with them, and it just doesn't work out, you know, and you go your separate ways. But there's malintent with some of those people, you know, and they try to go behind your back and sabotage you, and it's a crazy thing to see, honestly, man. But
whack, dude.
you just gotta blow past it and just continue on what you're doing, and know that that's what's gonna prevail, and the people who know you will stick by you, you know. But for the most part, it's nothing but positive vibes, you know. It's just the small little part that kind of gets all the attention, but I try not to give it that, you know. Fuel the fire. But
yeah, man. Well, yeah, keep going, dude. Awesome.
yeah, no, it's fun, man. Like, and I didn't know you'd only been doing this for 5 weeks, dude. That's absolutely insane. With your production quality, just like everything.
I made the episode. I'm joking, but
No. Honestly, I didn't know what you were saying there for a second. But no, I want everybody on. Like, there's literally Ray's. He's the guy that I had on my first episode. He averages like 5 viewers. You know, like, I'm wanting the little dogs on right now. Like, if I can get Minor Hobo and like Doug is Raw, or like some of these big YouTubers, then like, of course I'm not gonna say no. But I truly want to get the little guys. You know, that like, if 2 or 3 of my viewers that watch this go over to you, and you let's say you have like 10 to 15 people that watch you, and we can bump that up to 18, you know, then that's going to mean so much more to you, and it's going to help you so much more than if I give 3 viewers to Doug is Raw, you know. And so like, I want to help the little man, because I am the little man as well, and I know what it feels like, especially like when I was at like consistently sitting around 5 viewers, how hard it is to grow at times. So if I can give any form of outlet to anybody that deserves it, you know, that's put in the work and shows that they're taking this seriously, then that's something that, like, it's the least that I can do, you know. So it's not about being big or small. In fact, I like that you're small. It's just putting in the work, you know. That's what I personally like.
Yeah, man, and I appreciate it a lot. And yeah, again, I'm pretty new, but I right off the bat, I could have started streaming, I think, probably a couple months prior, but my quality wasn't where I wanted it.
Yeah.
I'm anal about it, dude. I should have just started streaming it. It would have. I see all kinds of people streaming on. I mean, Bobby Poff's setup until recently wasn't good. I mean, but his personality and his you know, the rest of it took him there.
Yeah. So what would you say for you then? Because your quality, just everything that I've seen on your stream and whatnot, like the video you sent me, I really looked at that. What would you say for somebody starting out that wants to up their quality more than anything?
Yeah.
Like visual, audio, like screen selections, and like custom themes. What would you say is like the tiers that you should try to work towards in order of importance?
Yeah. Because I realize I have a lot of money into this, but it's because I did music for years and I do video.
You didn't just dump it all at once. Yeah.
Now, I think the main thing is you need decent lighting, and then you need decent audio. You can get away, like, I bet, do you use a webcam? What do you use?
I use a C920.
That's a webcam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it looks good because you're like it's properly lit, and then you probably have, was that like a Yeti? It looks like a Yeti.
Blue Yeti. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's I mean, a lot of streamers use it. But the Yeti's, I mean, in retrospect, the Yeti's like what, like $100?
Yeah,
maybe?
Yep, exactly.
Webcam might be like $2, and then you can get a decent light.
No, dude, the webcam's like 70.
Oh, that's it?
The webcam that I have right now, you can get for like, it's like the version that I have. Well, there's a couple new models out, but the one that I have, you can get for like $60.
Oh, shoot. Well, yeah, I mean, like, that's the biggest thing to me. I think if you have decent lighting and decent audio, again, you just buy a webcam, like $70, $100 webcam.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, yeah, I have these overlays and stuff like that, but dude, I'm freelancing and making money on the side and just like pouring it in. The guy who did all my transitions and stuff, it's the same guy who does Doug is Raw's stuff.
Are you comfortable saying how much you spent on that?
Yeah. I mean, I did like my logo stuff, did some stuff on Fiverr. That was like a couple $100 total, but I think for all my overlays, my intro, my transition, and stuff like that, it was like maybe like 250,
That's not bad.
$300. It's not even that much, but
And you've
that's the
made
other
that
thing.
back, in streaming,
I actually have, which I didn't think that I would, dude.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, but that's my thing. It's like it's kind of the Gary V thing in me is like a lot of guys they're just like, oh, I just want to work full time or I want to stream full time. But I'm like, well, you need to make money and dump it into your stream. You need to invest. So yeah, like I didn't have any of these backlights, but as I was watching Alpha Gaming, I was watching his setups and how he was lighting stuff. Yeah,
Bro,
dude.
not even that's where I got the inspiration. The floodlights that he like had originally, those are the ones I
Yeah.
have.
So like the $30 ones on Amazon. Yeah, the one that's this main light over here that's getting all my red.
Yeah.
It's the $35 light.
Dude, we have the same lights too. This is insane. That's oh my god. That's
Above,
crazy.
like, up this side is just
Yeah.
an LED light strip.
Yeah.
An LED light strip across my
That
my
like
shelf.
continues it. Yeah.
Yep, and then I have a backlight that if I was shut this off, my chair would actually be black, and then you couldn't see you could see the highlights like on my shoulder.
Okay.
If I shut that off, my chair would actually kind of like disappear.
That's
So,
pretty cool.
It's just a few different things, but I just know that from doing video work, man. But yeah, the biggest thing to me is decent audio
Yeah.
and then decent lighting. Like some people have been hitting me up in chat. They're like, dude, I want to get a camera like yours. I'm like,
Like
dude,
that's
just
not it. Yeah.
like, because yours looks great, dude. Like, I feel like it's great. I mean, it's better than a lot of people that I see. And just what you said, $70. I mean, I'm using a $1,200 camera with a $400 lens, but it's because it's what I use for work.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
what you
I just-
have.
Yeah.
You use what
so,
you
I
have.
mean, you don't freaking need that. That's insane.
Yeah. Well, for me, like I've got a light box, right? I'll actually just show it right now for everybody. But it's literally like this right here.
Okay.
I got it on Amazon. Not even joking, for I think like 40, $50. And it plugs in. It's literally, you don't even need to buy the bulb. Everything is inclusive. I would like to get, you said you had like a grid and like a couple diffusers. I'd like to try and get another diffuser so I get a little bit more of a softness that you kind of have. I think that would go really well.
Yeah, I'll have to show you. My camera's over here on the tripod, but I'll have to show you. It's like a 28-inch softbox, and it's got 2 layers of diffusion in it, and then a grid on it, which is it keeps the light from splashing everywhere. That's
Okay.
why like my whole background there's no light on the background.
That's what I want. Yeah, I would love that. I would love like the blue and the red to illuminate more, because right now it's getting diffused because the light is bouncing off the white of the wall.
Yeah. And part of it's how close the background is too, though, because I think
Yeah, you're further away.
I got like to that door over back here, right here. It's probably 15 feet.
And I got
Yeah, you got like 2 feet.
like 6 feet between.
Yeah, but there's a couple things you could do to help with that, but some of it's just the space.
Yeah. No, man, I'd love to like pick your brain about it like
Yeah,
sometime.
we can chop it up off podcast, and sometime, anytime. And I think that's one cool thing, niche about me is, it is like alpha, but like my video background, I'm pretty nerdy in some of that, so I would love to be able to. I have some tutorial videos coming out of like how I lit this room and how I took it from I turned all my lights off and just using the PS4 screen.
Yeah.
How you can get your setup to look from this to how
To
I have
that.
it. So I would love to be able to help some streamers out. I think it's important. Some don't care, some neglect it, but they're still pulling in viewers and making money. But I just think, like, even Ninja's setup, dude, I'm like, it's not even that good.
And like
In my
Red
opinion.
Bull completely redid everything.
Yeah,
Built
like
him a actual room.
Well, don't get me wrong, the room is amazing, but
Yeah.
even when he streams, like his video quality and like how it's lit and stuff, I don't think it's that good, to be
Yeah.
honest. I mean,
Just from
again,
like that being your profession, I totally get it.
yeah, again, like people aren't gonna like look at it and say that, but I'm like, dude, you could make like a few small tweaks and like, yeah, really make it look good.
Dude, honestly, I almost want you to like make a video on me on like how can we improve my like quality, and just if you want you can make a video out of it and just see like where it goes. you know, and that could almost be a segment that you could do on YouTube, where
That's
it's
cool.
like, how could we make their stream quality better? Not saying that it's bad now, but can we
Yep.
improve upon it? And then just do like a before and after, kind of like a pimp my ride, but like pimp my setup. You know what I
That'd
mean?
be sick, dude.
Or pimp my quality. You know? I think that's something
Dude.
that you could do. You know, that's different that not other people have.
You could do one of those like, all right, what's your budget?
Right? And you get like the
People
list of like all the things going on. You know, like
I mean,
from
yeah.
do you remember that from MTV?
I
God, what
remember
was it?
Pimp My Ride. 100%.
Yeah, and it would show
It was
like
Exhibit, dude.
yeah, exhibit, and it'd show like literally the car, and it would show like the stock. It had like a stock engine, and it would like put up all the highlights of it. And then at the end,
yeah.
like when it's all completely new, it'll be like indoor like aquarium, you know, and it'll like post like all those weird things. I think you could totally like pawn it off like that and do like the retro, and it would totally work.
Well, some of their upgrades were so stupid, dude. I was like, these people are never gonna use that. Why are you doing that?
They put like a griddle system in the back.
But dude,
like
I
some weird
received that.
stuff.
I think that's a cool idea to yeah, I want to help. I want to help streamers with their, audio video quality. I think
And if you
it's
can't
very
like and
important.
help yourself while you do it too, though, you know, like you help them,
Yeah.
but you also make a video, so it's helping you, and it could help people in the future too that are watching the video. They could be like, oh, I didn't think about that, you know. There's a lot of
I probably
diversity there.
I should have told you this a while ago, but every now and again you're cutting out your audio. I don't know if it's your noise gate.
Dude, really, I don't have a noise gate on at all. I don't know what it is.
That's better. I mean, you're like 90% of the time you're fine.
Okay, it
Like,
just cuts out
like
every
you'll
once in a
miss
while.
a word, but I know what you're saying, so I just kept going. I actually didn't know if it was my end or hopefully it's not like that on your recording.
Yeah, I hope not. I'm just doing it all through Streamlabs, so we'll see. Typically, it's pretty fine. If not, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it and tweak some things. But
You have to fill in your own words.
honestly,
I meant to say it earlier, but it happened so little that now it's towards the end here. I was doing it just a little bit more. I wanted to bring that up.
okay, no, dude, I appreciate that. But
Yeah,
dude,
man.
that's cool.
Dude, I mean, I appreciate. I'm still good to keep going, but I mean, it's been an hour and a half. I appreciate your time and yeah, it's super encouraging. I hope you get some of those names you mentioned on here. I think it's a super cool idea. Like just hearing backstories from some of these guys.
Yeah.
Some of them might only be able to be like, I can give you like 30 minutes, so it'll be quicker and stuff. But just hearing some of their history and background and getting to know the man like behind the stream, like that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, no, and I love that, and why I like doing the smaller guys is because I really do feel like there's gonna be a few of us that break out, you know, and I would love for people to watch where they
back.
were when they were small, you know, and be like, hey
Yeah.
guys, like I actually did a podcast where I was a nobody, and like now like I'm here, so like maybe if you want to get a little bit of an insight on where I am or where I was, you know, and just having a conversation, and like I had this idea. I'm not the only one to have had this idea, but I had this idea a couple of years ago, and there's different people doing it, but it's a lot of fun. And I think we're on to something, you know. And if we can help each other out, like there's a saying that you can build. Actually, it's Gary V's said it a couple times. Like there's two ways that you can build the biggest building in a city. You know, you can tear down every building around you so that you're the tallest building, or you can just be good enough to be the biggest building, you know, and you try to uplift people with you, you know, and I try to adopt the second, so we'll see where it goes, you know.
Super dope, man. I mean, you've got a great personality, charismatic, and you can play the game, dude. So I feel like it's only up from here for you, man.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get will you have the homie Expel on here?
So there's a little beef between him and I. No, nothing. Okay. We've moved past it. But we did a podcast with Ra. I don't know if you know who he is. He was in the tournament.
Yeah.
It was Talk Duty to Me, and it was an amazing podcast. It was me, Stoke, who was also in the tournament, Kimbo, Expel, and Ra. It was all five of us. And we did it, and then afterwards we talked about it, and he had said, like, oh, yeah, I had the, like we were all talking about podcasts and whatnot. And he said, I had an idea of doing a podcast where I had, like, other streamers on. And like me, Stoke, and like I think Kimbo as well were like, oh yeah, we've all had like that idea, you know, kind of how like Hex does and like FaZe Clan and things like that. And a month later went by, nobody made another podcast. Like Raw was supposed to do it like every week, and like we were trying to schedule it, but it never like came to volition, you know. And like I had the bug at that point. I was like, you know what? Like I had this idea like a couple years ago. I was on a podcast. I loved it. I want to actually like pursue this. And Expel for a minute there took it as like initially that I stole his idea. But I talked to the other guys and they were like, no, man, we were all legitimately saying like that was a good idea. And like we all had a similar idea to that. And I told him that I had the exact same. But me and him have moved past it. But I think it's still like, I don't think he's going to be on the podcast. But who knows? He might be. But we've definitely moved past it. But I think it was
I know you'll cut this part out.
But actually, I think I'm just gonna leave it in. You know, I'm fully transparent. Like we've squashed the beef. You know, we've even talked about it on stream, so we've moved past it. And
I didn't know it was public, but
yeah, no, I'm a fully transparent person, so I won't say anything to anybody that I'm not comfortable saying to everybody. You know, including that person. So me and him have moved past it. It was just a little hiccup, but I don't think personally. And if he watches this and wants to be, then 100%, I would love to have him on, but. We'll just have to see.
If he makes it this far in, dude, on a real, like, Expel was one of the first guys that kind of got behind me. So
yeah, I have mad respect to him.
A lot, man. Yeah. I didn't sense any. Dude, he had no disrespectful vibes in how you said it.
Yeah. I hope not.
Yeah, I love the homie, man. He's a really good dude.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's end it there, man. Honestly, time flies by. Like, truly. That's what
fun, man.
That's what I want it to be, though. It's just a conversation, you know, where we just talk and kind of shoot the proverbial, you know. Damn. But dude, honestly, thank you so much for tuning in and being part of the podcast. And everybody that is watching currently up until this point, if you've made it this far, oh my goodness, you are the true hero. Do me a favor real quick. If you are watching on YouTube, the video format, all the links will be in the description for my boy COLEtorious. Go check him out. He is currently over on YouTube, and he does have a Twitch, but he is not streaming on it, so I'm going to link that as well. Do you have your own Discord server too?
I don't yet, man.
Dude, you got to get on that. So I'm going to find all of his links. I got you on that. I'm going to find all of his links, post them down below, show him some love. His quality is like nothing I've ever seen from somebody his size, and even somebody that is a well-established streamer. Definitely go show him some love. Got a great personality and great quality behind it. And yeah, guys, I think I got a good feeling that he's gonna be. We're gonna be seeing more of him in the future. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the night. Thank you, Cole, for coming on, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.